I used to play mage on Forsaken World, and when I quit, I lost everything. And then when I started Black Desert as a wizard, I had a glimmer of hope, an opportunity to play a mage and cast spells again. But all the nerfs over the years, Pearl Abyss took that from me, stole that from me, killed that from me. People keep asking if I'm back, and I haven't really had an answer. But now, yeah, I'm thinking I'm back. Alright, enough playing aside. Uh, there was a comment in one of my videos early on that I don't remember the user. I'm sorry, I forget your name, but he said, I didn't know Keanu Reeves played Black Desert, so I thought that was kind of funny. Um, little spin on the John Wick series that I had to do, but maybe it'll be entertaining for y'all. I don't do the whole acting thing, but but I thought it was pretty good. So we're back.
Wherever you go,
Um,
I will go.
it has been the last time I logged in here was March 20th. Login rewards are just too dang good. What are you doing, dog? She's under the shelf. Login rewards are just too good. I gotta log in. Somebody said there were a ton of crons and stuff, but I'm not seeing that. Maybe it's the outfit. Maybe there's something. I don't know. Oh, I see. Combat life, chooser made box, magical. Biceptimus Prime did a video that said you get all kinds of login rewards. So maybe I'm missing something here. I don't know. I don't care. Scheduled removal time. Did they remove my fences? I hope not. Terrmian event is live. Cherry blossoms. So the real reason I'm coming back. Cherry blossoms are cool. I did miss BDO. I've been fighting the urge. I wanted to wait for returning player, returning adventure, but I can't. I gotta do it. We gotta roll. We're slow. We don't have a riding crop on. We got the fishing chair on. I left it fishing in Belly, I remember. We're gonna fix these farms, and then I'm gonna set up fishing. For we do have one. But I was feeling kind of crazy, and well, I don't know about crazy, but I was just feeling, I just wanted to play around, so I figured I'd do the Keanu Reeves thing and come back, and we're gonna AFK fish during Terrmian event. I do that every year, and I wanted to see the cherry blossoms, and I also wanted to talk about some of the things that have. Why did I breed that? I already had enough. It just shows I'm out of practice. Been gone for too long. Been gone for way too long. Where's the mole? Mole. Mole, mole, mole. Don't say mole. That's an Austin Powers reference. Alright. So, Wizard changes. Yeah, Awakening Wizard probably did get buffed, but Succession Wizard still sucks. The APMs are just too high. But I don't really have too much of like a plan or a goal. I guess I'm gonna push to like actively do things. I'll at least like play the game here and there. I'm not I cured my fear of missing out. If my game shuts off, I'm not gonna be upset. Before I would get a little upset about that. If the internet goes down or power or blips or whatever. I'm missing fishing. I'm missing the fishing time. I gotta have the fishing time. Yeah, that's, yeah. So I cured that. I've been off for 20 days, 21 days, so 3 weeks, somewhere around there. And that's what needed to happen. 4? Yeah, we got 4. We can harvest this one. The changes I'm not super happy with, like the whole wizard thing. Like, I didn't really use the red ball much anyway. You know, I was kind of just clickbait title hyping it up, you know, just to do it. But as far as like full on grinding, it didn't really affect me much. But I don't grind at high end spots, or at least I haven't. But I think that may have to change. I contemplated bringing back the pacifist series, but there's so many people doing Iron Man series now that I just didn't really want to play the game that way, and I don't want to play on another account. I like my wizard. I like this account. We're in it for the long haul. If I get burnt out, I'll take some time off. If I don't get burnt out, I'll play. If fishing shuts off, I ain't gonna be upset. If I don't make progress, I'm not gonna be upset. You know, we took the game too seriously, and I've seen a lot of people even not just. I mean, I do check out other video content creators. I am a fan of Blue Squadron even before he made his presence known. Watching my videos, you know, like last year, 6 months ago, whatever. I was always a fan of it. The dude's hilarious. But I have been kind of checking some of his stuff out, and I've seen tons of people commenting on different things, like randomly here and there, like, oh, the game's bad, the game is crap. Yeah, baby. The whole genre is crap, though. That's all we have. Like, we have different flavors of crap to eat. That's basically what it is. You know, we don't have, there isn't really anything good. The latest ones that are out now is, like, Throne of Liberty is more like a mobile game. And I do play that. I didn't quit that. I'd play it with, the wife. But it's just, you're limited. You can't just infinitely farm, like, and whenever I feel like playing, I want to play, not, oh, I'm gated by this or gated by that, you know. And it's just, it is what it is.
If you have a lot of
But
stuff, leave it with me.
each game has its own downsides and upsides. It's just a bunch of different flavors of crap. So it's not like, get out of there. It's not like things are super great in on the other side of the road. You know, the grass is always greener, blah blah, whatever. Me, 350. I only made 350 million while I was offline. Change. Collect silver. Yes, I don't want to collect all rewards. What is this? 500 crowns. Well, that's cool. Where did that come from? Is that one of the things that they were talking about? Okay. 2,700 crowns here, 500 crowns here. We got some crayon stones. Enhancement help kit. Cool. We got cool stuff there. What's the Y key? Oh yeah, I gotta collect the loyalties. Did they do away with that? Weren't they like changing the loyalty or amity shop or whatever the thing is called? Loyalties. Premium out. Oh, this still hasn't went away. Yeah, I haven't been collecting. What, we got 19 more days. I might buy that for the crowns. I don't really care. It's probably a, well, don't do that. It's just a loyalty sink. Yeah, but I don't need any of this other stuff. The storage places, like this storage box here, that would be nice to have a couple of them, but you can't get storage for you can't get storage for the islands out here. This is where I need storage at. I only got 55 and I need closer to like 190, please. And I need probably some more storage in Valencia, maybe? I mean, I got boatloads of storage out here. So I'm not sure that would be a good thing. Heidel is maxed, and that's where my hub is. So I don't really, like, I'm at 192. It's maxed out. So I don't know. I'm gonna offload some of this crap to other places, I think, because I need Heidel. Well, I say that. I may pull this costume mill out and send it to Calpheon if there's a costume mill over here. Because this thing's fairly empty. Oh yeah, I was working on lumen traces and phthalites. I need 2 more phthalites. Maybe at some point I will deal with that. I thought we were supposed to get... Where's it at? I thought we were supposed to get a drop event or XP or something or another. Something. Maybe it doesn't start until tomorrow, or maybe we're just not freaking getting it. I don't know. I didn't look at the event page on when things started. I watched Blue's video on it, if that tells you. No results found. Okay, here we go. 115 bill. How much is in my inventory? 685. So we got about 115 bill to play with. What's the pearl items stuff look like? Anybody listing last minute costumes or first minute costumes? No. No functional stuff, no pets, no mounts. What's the enhancement stones look like? Still at 0. I saw a fishing, oh, that's a heck of a lot better than it was 3 weeks ago when I clicked log out. The, stone market's still not great, especially for life skill and Essence of Dawn. So that's a problem. I may have to farm some of that stuff because the life skill gear is kind of where I'm at this point. Oh yeah, they changed the little icons on these a while back. That's pretty nice, I guess. Gear update, this is where we're at. We got pen, butcher knife, the rest of them are tets. Pin fishing chair. We got fish that are expired. I'll dump them off somewhere, just get rid of them. Pen processing stone. What else was it? Pen riding crop. All try. Pre-own. Full tet. Close minus the try fishers and try alchemy. Cool. So, oh, and I made a duo with sailing log. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, we're still I remembered the plan. It was cooking, alchemy, hunting. We want to get these 3 to pen, and then after that, push the rest of these to pen, rest of the tools. Probably the sailing log to tet, the other 2 clothes to tet, and then probably start working on either pre-owned accessories or, pen clothes. But we're gonna need a boatload of stones for that. We're gonna take it slow, because I don't want to get burnt out. And I have all try slumbering origin gear, right? Silent, 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 silent. Cool. The Karazads are few and far between. Same with the sovereign. It's try, and that one's pry, and of course we don't have that. We still don't have another Garmoth for... I put the Garmoth in there, right? Yeah, fiery. But this one doesn't have the Garmoth, so I need another Garmoth for that. So we have a few things that we can do that I want to work towards. It's probably going to be leaning more towards life skill stuff first. I will see. It depends, because where I need to grind at is for the compass. I'm going to finish that damn thing if it kills me before I move on. So if I grind, it's going to be somewhere that I can get compass parts, whether it's during an event or whether it's just straight up, just history. I don't know. My combat gear path. What does it look like? Or just my accessories path. I'm not going to push Tet armor for quite a while. I would realistically like the sovereign stuff at pen before I start pushing other things. The accessories, if I'm close to a bracket, I might push these to Tet, these 3. But it's probably going to look something like me grabbing up all of the Deborahkas I can and raw tapping them until I hit pen. and then just trading them for Nov, because that will circumvent the need for Cron stones, and then I'll only need Cron for the last level. That saves Crons for the Sovereigns. I have not decided about the pre-owned accessories yet, because if Enhancement fails, they don't break, right? You can enhance it with Con, but Enhancement level will go down by 1 if it fails. I may get backup pre-owned and just raw tap them. You know, I would get like 2 of each, so I would buy up like 1 extra of each and then tap it until I hit Tet. And then when I hit Tet, then I swap to these and start tapping these till I hit Pen. You know, and just cycle them out. And that might be how I do that, because that's how I do backup on the Manos close as well, and we just get a backup copy of each and then smack them until they go Pen, and then sell off the Tets that are left. The other thing that I'm using, what I'm actually using Cron stones for, is probably going to be the Sovereign weapons, because there is no option. Getting a backup Sovereign weapon is too expensive to do a backup and raw tap it, at least for me. But the other ones are the tools, because they don't cost that many Crons. It's like was it like 549, I think, per attempt from Tet to Pen. It saves stones and it saves stacks, and I know I was lacking on stacks the last I checked. Yeah, our stack is kind of scarce. I got 100 and I got a 150. 4 200s, so I got good high stacks, but the rest of mine are not looking very good, so I'm gonna have to remedy that situation. That's some of that Midwest slang coming out. Situation. Yeah. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. We got 9 tools to get to Pen. Sailing log I'll raw tap because I don't care as much about it. And if I have a cheap one in the background, maybe I can raw tap some of these to build stacks. Memory fragments are not that much, and concentrated stones are not that much. I don't know if sharps are still in short supply, but that is my plan. Save the Cron stones for Sovereign and for these tools. Right here, these are the important ones. The gathering ones, not as much. Maybe the lumber and pickaxe, but the tanning knife, the fluid collector, and the hoe are just... they're not priority. These are going to make me silver. And then when I get that done, I'm going to clear out some of these. I need sailor's clothes, I think. That's the one that I'm missing. I don't have the Manos sailors. Functional. Are there Manos sailors? It's been so dang long since I looked. Trainers gathered. Yeah, there is. 6. I think the reason I have these is because they're so high of XP. 20% versus 6. So I'll figure those out someday. But we're getting there. It's good to be back. And Dark Rifts they changed. So I think we're going to pop some stuff on, go do the Dark Rifts, and then set up Terrmian. And I have other things that I need to do, so we're going to AFK Fish, which is what BDO's main gameplay loop now. It's always been the Vengeancer gameplay loop since like 2017. I always just AFK fished. I'm glad everyone else finally caught up to the meta. Oh, that's so confusing. That's alright. Crystals. What do we need? We need PvE. I don't have crystals for these. I need to actually buy them. And I need to dump some of these crystals that I'm not using. But was that it? What am I at? 310, 427? It's not bad. The AP could be higher. I would like to be around the 330 mark. And then the DP is going to be what it is. because I'm not pushing these clothes to Tet anytime soon. So 427's alright. 427's actually not too bad. But yeah, I would like to be around the 330 mark in terms of AP. So we're gonna have to remedy that. I'll push these to Tet, push this up to Tet, and then these to Pen, and see if that gets me closer. If it doesn't, then we'll start raw tapping Debos until I get to where I need to be. But for now, I was wearing this outfit. Let's go do some Rifty bosses. Because supposedly they respawn 150 hours after you take them out. So we're going to go get the Ferret. Then we're going to go get the Griffin. And then all the ones in between. And then we'll open it up. And that'll be a video. It feels good to be back. And this is right here. This right here, this view, this is why. I love the cherry blossoms. And I miss the music. Like I said, I cured my fear of missing out. I usually cold turkey things if I need to deal with it, so we took care of that. You know, it was becoming a problem where I was like constantly checking it, trying to make sure that my fishing wasn't disconnecting. I was getting mad whenever I was doing AFK horse training because it kept disconnecting me, and I'd find my character just sitting in the middle of town, not moving, and I was a little upset about that. I have to check my phone. My wife ordered chickens. We have chickens, baby chickies, little baby chickies coming from the hatchery, and we're keeping track of where they're at so I can go pick them up from the post office and get them settled so that they don't die. And so I have to keep tabs on my phone, because when she tells me they're where they need to be, I gotta roll out. So, apologize, but I'm checking it. And anyway, back to what I was saying. The whole fear of missing out thing, I took care of that problem. You know, it was bothering me, so I said, fine, I'm quitting for several weeks, and we're gonna play the game differently when I come back. And I thought this was a good time. Although the login rewards didn't look to be, maybe I'm missing something, but that's okay, because I like the Terrmian event, and we're gonna see how much silver we can make fishing Terrmian. And then if I need to play, or I want to play and go do something else, I'm not gonna worry about missing out on fish time, because it kind of became like a little bit of an obsession of like, well, I can't even play the game. Fishing is just too good. I need to just leave it up fishing 24 hours a day, because every time I'm not fishing, every minute I'm not fishing, I'm missing out on potential huge silver, because what if I catch a Migaloo? That's 800 million. Actually, it's 4 billion whenever you add in the distance bonus. So, you know, it's just... Really? Am I, like, missing or something? That was weird. Alright, back to... It's like riding a bike. We don't forget. Although, looking at the floor kind of sucks. Let me out of here. We're not doing too bad on damage. Come on. Gold, Dawn Black Stone. I am going to look at the wizard skills, and I am going to talk about one other thing, but we're going to... Let me get out of this. We're going to go here. Where's the closest well? Probably here. Right? I don't see any closer than that. That closer or this closer? How far? How far are you? 1210? How far are you? Come on. Yeah, the other one's closer. So we will go here. Crash into the wall. Come on, horsey. All right, we're gonna look at skills, and then I'll talk about one other thing. But the magic lighthouse skill is what got changed, and no longer is a thing. Now it's just flow mana augmentation. So while you're using Spellbound Heart, you get 250 MP, which I have that here. Every second. Or every 10 seconds, so basically you get 25 MP a second for 10 minutes. Movement speed goes up for 10 minutes, so that's it's just a good self buff. Now, applies the following effects when Spellbound Heart is summoned. Max MP plus 2000 for 60 seconds when using Magical Shield. Recovers 50% of MP when using Healing Aura. Applies the following effects when... okay, so that doesn't really matter because that's Awakening stuff. Honor Marge, Gortat. Why did they put Witch and Awakening on here? This is Succession. So, when I heal, I get 50% health back, and Healing Aura is just your regular E. It's your spammable one. Every 10 seconds. The other one's 30 seconds. And then you use Magical Shield, and you get plus 2000, I guess, max. And, Magical Shield, basically, they reduced it from 25% down to 10%, and it lasts for 60 seconds. You get all resistances for 30 seconds still, which is why you would use that. But you basically get your health mana drained, and so you're reducing 10% of the damage incoming, which doesn't make much sense. But if you only have a mana pool of like 2,000, your mana is going to go to 0, and then you're screwed. But I guess that's why Spellbound Heart is up. You can heal Aura and get 50% of your mana back. So it actually makes Mana Shield useful in PvP a little bit, other than just the resistances. Before, I didn't like to use it. I would use it, and then kind of... it was 30 seconds of the shield, and you just kind of like used it for the resistances, and that was it. And then just hoped that your mana didn't go to 0. You'd have to just mana absorb. But you can heal Aura and be a little bit more tankier in PvP, so that's pretty good. But the Magic Lighthouse making in-game grinding easier is not good. When they took that away, now it's going to be... you're going to have to dodge more and be tankier. But whatever. That's fine. I don't care. I make do. We're going to go down here to... Venture Frictus is... I don't know what the heck that is. Somebody explain to me what that is. We're going to Kama Silva. Because I'm going to kill the Griffin. It's the worst Dark Rift, but we're going to do it, and then we're going to Terrmian. I've hit all the points I wanted to hit, but there's one other thing that I wanted to hit. The fear of missing out that I want to piggyback off of that. So I got to where I would not grind on camera because it wasn't that I like to just kind of sit and grind monsters, but I got to where I would not grind on camera because of reactions that I got from doing grinding videos early on, when I started the channel and recording stuff. This is even before I put face cam. You know, it was early. And it was the whole of, I'm not being efficient enough. People are judging how slow I'm grinding. You know, I don't like to just sweat grind. I like to sit back and just chill. And then that type of reaction fed into the, I'm running scrolls. If I'm not killing as much and as fast as possible, I'm wasting scroll time. Those two things combined made it to where I freaking hated grinding. I absolutely hated it. And so I quit, and then basically quit the game at that point. I mean, I'd just been eking along, doing a few things here and there, making silver from AFK stuff, a few life skills here and there, and Pearl Abyss made it very unenjoyable to do any type of life skill gathering. It's just not viable. Meat, you want to go do hunting, and in terms of silver, it's so far behind everything else. What's the point? So really, buy your materials and do cooking. You know, instead of doing all of the other things. So I don't even know why I have 640 energy at this point, because I don't use it. But either way, the whole like grinding thing and pushing for progress, that's why it got halted up. I didn't want to grind on camera anymore, and you know, I always found something better to do when I wasn't recording. I didn't say anything about it, you know, for... It's been a long time. It was a year or two. I haven't brought it up or said anything about it, but that was a big part of the reason. I don't know if it was just me being weird about it, or maybe I just didn't want people to think that it got to me or bothered me. I don't know. At this point, I don't care. It's like, I've been off the game long enough that I'm out of practice of grinding. Like, I'm having a time even hitting back attacks on this sucker. But hey, cool, another Dawn Stone. We need to collect those, because when I hit no accessories, I'm gonna need them. Alright, what's the closest thing? Does it justify having to... That's 32. That's 41, 54, 67. This one's pretty close. I'm not gonna jump in the well just to go. I don't think there's... Well... It's a little further than the well, but we might be able to do something about that. I could cut it, but I was talking, and I want to keep talking, because that's what I do. I missed my horses. Throne of Liberty is an okay game, but it does not have mounts. You know, you transform into a little, like, whatever thing you select, you know, bear, wolf, fox, bunny, whatever, and that's how you run. You don't actually have a mount. Your character transforms like some terrible, like some bad early 2000s werewolf movie. I was looking at the transforms on it, and it's like, yeah, it just shows bad transform animation. It just hunkers down on all fours, and then all of a sudden the horse or bear or whatever animal appears. And I think that's dumb. So, you know, I missed the horses, and I missed my fairy. You know, my perfect fairy, the one that induces rage in people that can't get it. I like my fairy. The auto potion, I hate having to use potions manually. So, we're back. I realized that I need Black Desert, life skilling, and AFK or inventory management or whatever. It peaked some kind of thing in my brain. Maybe it's the ADHD, but the inventory management, storage management, worker empire management, being able to set it up and make some progress AFK here and there, piques my interest, and it always has. That's why I stayed with it for so long. But sometimes you got to step away to realize why you stay for so long. But the idea was to take 2, 3, 4 week break and then come back, and so that's what I've done. Happy. But I will say that I've done it in Ninja. Maybe I should quit. I can't even ride my horse around a rock. I will say I've done it in Injustice for the last couple of years, slowly waning off gameplay and not actually playing the game. I mean, the whole game centers around the combat, and I have not done that for a good longer than about, what, 30 seconds to a minute or so to kill rift bosses in lieu of just not playing, you know, and it's like I haven't grinded at all. I probably haven't killed 1,000 monsters in the last, like, 6 months. And I'm pretty sure the monster kill count that is on there, a bunch of it equates to the moles, you know? Let me go. I did miss these animations though, and the combat is so fluid. And the movement. Come on, let me use my skill. Are we guaranteed Dawn Blackstones now? Uh, 23, 28. Muskin. I never can remember. Alright, I gotta check the phone. I got another notification. I may have to buzz out of here. No update. They're about an hour away. We live pretty far outside of everywhere, but there is a pretty big city an hour from us. And usually most of the mail and everything routes through there before it distributes to the smaller towns. So if they're there, if they made it there, then chances are they'll be here this afternoon. They'll be at the local post office. I can go pick them up, or if not, then in the morning. So she'll probably get a call and pretty quick. I don't know. We've been doing okay with the whole spring stuff, but our house is falling apart. Like, we had a roof leak, and I completely tore up one of the floors in the other room because the cat was peeing in there on top of it, and I found all the water damage, and so I tore into the wall and the ceiling. I found the leak, and I patched it, so we're waiting for it to rain to see if it patches and it holds or not. So I fixed that. We've also got a wet wall that's leaking. A wet wall is basically the wall that your shower, the faucet on your shower is in. You can take sections of the wall down in these prefab houses and trailers and stuff. So on the back side of it, you can take that down. Well, I know it's leaking in there and it's damaged the floor in the adjacent room, so I'm gonna have to cut flooring out and I'm gonna have to get into the wall and fix it. We just got stuff going on like crazy, and our deck is not secured to the ground. I'm gonna have to rectify that problem. I got a lot of stuff we've been struggling with, but the wife still wants her baby chickens, and we're growing our flock. And so she got a bunch of guineas, and now she's ordered some, I don't know what kind of breeds are. There's some kind of cross Brahma breeds, if anybody knows stuff about farm stuff. But being that eggs are so freaking expensive, I don't have a shortage. I eat as many eggs as I want, and I don't have no problem doing it. Because I get anywhere from half a dozen to 2 dozen a day, depending on the weather. You know, the cold weather kind of affects them a little bit, but we got a lot of eggs. So there is that. A little bit of work to take care of them, but I built the coops to protect them and take care of them the right way to begin with, and our brooder coop is keeping them nice and warm, even though it's dropping down in the 40s and 30s still. Well, leave my horse alone, you stupid spider. So you build things right to begin with, take a little extra time, and have no problems. Oh, I didn't get the frontal up. Missed me. And goodbye. Ooh, mythical feather. Maybe we'll get another tier 10 that I can sell. That would be nice, right? Do I have any more tier 9s, or did I smoke them all in the last few months that I was actually playing? Alright. Leave me alone. Leave my horse alone. 14. Beg. Alright, 2 more, and then we're off to Terrmian to determine how good or bad it is. I got a wicked freaking headache right now. If I seem a little loop-de-doo. This is day 3 of a migraine. And, my stomach is about had all it can of pain meds, so I'm trying not to take anything. You know, when you're busting 800 to 1,000 milligrams of your choice of painkiller every little bit, just to get through it, becomes an issue. But I go through stints like this, like where it'll be like a week-long freaking thing, and then won't have any for a while. I don't know if it's weather change or if it's some kind of allergic reaction. I'm thinking it's probably some dairy, because I try to stay away from that, but man, cheese is just so good. I'm gonna have to cut that out of our intake, and then maybe the headaches will go away. I don't know. You know what? Maybe if I just eat water, we'll be fine. And yes, you can't eat water if you freeze it. That was a joke for those guys of you that are slow. And yes, I know it's called ice. But it's also called frozen water. Okay, my hands are not happy today. They're slow. Come on, let's kill this guy. Smack. I tried to avoid that. Earthquake, lightning, and earth arrow. What do we get? Another stone. Cool, one more boss, we'll be done with this crap. And moving on. So the whole idea is to play lighter, actually play the game instead of just AFK all the time, and yeah, I think that's about it. You know, it may seem pointless to like waste time on games and stuff, but I still believe that games are a good thing. Everything in moderation. You know, you can become a mental illness to be addicted to them, but for people that are like disabled or having major health issues and they can't go outside, like for me, there's sometimes I can't go outside, you know, and I avoid, like, if there's somebody burning something in the area, I avoid it. You know, I mean, we don't have very many neighbors, but the wind blows things, and they're clearing a lot of land around us. So people are burning stuff, and I don't want to be outside when it's smoky because I'm allergic to it. You know, or people that are like terminally ill that have issues that, you know, what are they going to do? If they're bedridden or stuck in a hospital, you know, play some games. So I missed it. I did miss video. And it may be a pile of crap, but you know what? It's my pile of crap. And we may meme on Pearl Abyss, we may give them a hard time, but they still have created this great world that we all kind of, you know, at some point we fell in love with it because we stuck around. And we still watch it, and we still play it, even if it is just a log in and like meme post or you know, talk bad about it or complain. You know, we wouldn't complain nearly as much if we didn't care about it. You know, if I was indifferent, that's the worst thing. Being like indifferent is worse than complaining. And I ain't gonna defend them by any means because, you know, there are a lot of decisions that I don't agree with. So there is that. Let's try this. Alright, so number 6, we got that active. Let's activate our shield. And it doesn't even hurt me. What happens if we heal? It does feel our mana up. That's cool. We got an AP against monsters thing. Alright, so we're gonna roll back to I don't even need to roll back to idle. You know what I can do? I'm gonna roll to Velia. Oh, I missed the auto route. Throne and Liberty, you cannot auto route. Throne and Liberty, you can't even grind. You run out of tokens. You know, my wife and I used our tokens for the one of the dungeons. We ran all the dungeons that we could and gathered up all of our open world tokens, and then we ran through all of those, and we were just sitting there doing nothing. I mean, there's literally nothing left to do. I'm kind of gear capped on there because the gear that I need is so dang expensive still that I can't. I'm not upgrading yet. I'm free to play. Free to play, and that's the way I'm gonna stay. Sissels, Crons, Valtara, Crons. It's just a base Valtara. Kind of useless. Crescent, even more useless. I don't know, I guess I can smack those together and then they'll be good Elvia fodder for when I'm grinding, go grind history. Oh look, there's a duo of Valtara. Do we have a stack? We don't have a stack. What do people use? I'm gonna smack this gun together. Most people are using 50s, 60s. Let's see what we got. 40, 50, 60, 70. What is it? If I add a 50, what's that give me? 40%. If I add a 60, what's that give me? 34. 32. Why would I do... Why in the world? Sure. Here you guys go. There's an enhancement. Returner's luck is not real. Nah. Alright. We're gonna dump this crap in storage and we're gonna go fishing. Because I got places to go. And stuff to do. Get all of yourselves in there. Sure, why not? Let's try this one. 380. And then we've got to go back here to Velia and dump the crons. Alright, cool. We're going to do one more smack and then I'm out of here. Because why not? Surely we won't fail 2 42% in a row. Uh-huh. Sure we will. And this is why people get frustrated. Alright. Terrmian, right? Is it open? Has it not started yet? Am I stupid? Don't answer that. Events. Where are you? Events. Please and thank you. Events. Apparently there are no events. Here we go. Cast masters, blah blah blah. Springs here, daily login. Treasure. When does it start? Weekly fishing contest is open, but where is Terrmian at? Blah blah blah. That's not what I was looking for. Am I stupid? Did I not see? Where in the patch notes did we see it? I think I'm dumb. I really do. Fishing courses now open? What is this? I don't care about that. Fishing courses. Where is the fishing event? Blue Squadron lied. Patch notes, fish guide, blah blah blah, events. It just doesn't, it doesn't even. It doesn't even show. Am I just, I think I'm dumb. Maybe we don't get it for another week, or maybe it's there and I just don't. I distinctly remember watching that just like literally this morning. I know I'm not crazy. Yeah. Nothing here. Why, what's under notices? Uh-huh. Changing login rewards, reel and thrill looking for cast masters, exceptional, excited to roll in the battle, gathering, cooking, alchemy courses begin, springs here with daily login. I see nothing about the tunas that I saw in his video. I understand the fish guide and stuff, but where, I guess we don't get Terrmian? I came back for nothing? Pearl Abyss takes everything that we ever had. I take back all the nice things I say about you, Pearl Abyss. If you're watching or listening. Fishing courses are now open. Unleash rules, watch the chain. My eyes hurt from looking at the white background on their stupid page. I guess I'll figure this out. All this to come to Terrmian and not actually catch anything. Leave me a comment if I'm just dumb, which I'm sure that'll garner a lot. I guess I'll go back to fishing somewhere else, for the time being, until I figure this out. But, sure. That's all I got for the day. We'll figure this out. And hopefully the Terrmian, I look forward to it every year. Why are there no things? I'm really, really... I'm curious, man. Fishing course. Various tuna can be caught in the spots below during the course period. I guess I'll just... Maybe that's it? Maybe it's still... It's not actually Terrmian, it's just still the fishing course thing? When does that end? The 17th. So maybe it starts next week after maintenance? Man, I feel dumb. Don't mind me. I'm stupid. I'm gonna fish in Heidel or wherever I can that there are tunas until that's up. Wherever's abundant. So probably Heidel. Nobody fishes there. Have I not talked to this NPC? I've talked to this NPC. What? Okay. Alright, thanks for watching. It's an hour of me fumbling. Feels good to be back. I'll see you when I see you. Stupid. I have a Throne of Liberty video I am going to make because I found an unorthodox way to build my tank class on there. So look for that when I get to it. It may be a bit because, like I said, I'm gear locked on there because I'm waiting for prices to drop. And on RNG. Other than that, I've got some BDO stuff that I want to do. So as soon as I can get it recorded and out, I will get it recorded and put out. Thanks for the support. And this is what happens whenever I have a migraine. I say 400 times because my brain doesn't work right. But if you made it this far, you're okay with it. Otherwise, you would have clicked off. Again, appreciate all of you, and I'll see you in the next one. As always, until next time.